This is a high-stake by-election. Let's take Mbeere North as an example. By not fielding a DCP candidate, the former Deputy President Gachagua is essentially protecting a coalition partner who is stronger on the ground. This ensures that votes in that area are consolidated instead of scattered between allies, a mistake that has cost parties dearly in the past.
In the spirit of collaboration and fairness under the united opposition and our resolve to unity ahead of the 2027 general elections, leading to the identification of one presidential candidate to face William Ruto, we have agreed that DCP will support the Democratic Party in Mbeere North constituency, acknowledging that the seat was previously held by the Democratic Party and should rightfully be retained for the party's candidate to complete a full term, and hence DCP has agreed to give support to the Democratic Party candidate and start down our candidate at DCP. This decision has also been informed by the recognition that the Honorable Justin Bidan Muturi, the party leader of the Democratic Party, is a great leader from that region with enhanced capacity and undoubted leadership qualities to lead the Democratic Party into winning the seat. We shall therefore support the Democratic Party candidate and ask our members in Mbeere North to support that candidate from the Democratic Party. Number two, we have also agreed that we support the Wiper Patriotic Front candidate in Mubuni Ward in Machakos County under the opposition banner. Equally, we have also agreed to support the candidate of the DAP Kenya candidate in Kabuchai and Chwele Ward in Bungoma County. For other elective positions, DCP shall field and mobilize fully to campaign, popularize and seek votes at our party ticket. As we compete, we shall respect our opposition parties in those regions, mindful that democracy is the preserve of every Kenyan. This consensus and agreement among the parties in the united opposition only applies to the by-elections. However, let me confirm that in the 2027 general election, DCP shall field a presidential candidate and other candidates in the 290 constituencies, 47 counties, and 1,450 wards across the Republic.
Unfortunately, the candidate who was told to step down in favor of the DP candidate has shifted to Moses Kuria's party.
Sisi wenye kura katika hii Mbeere North constituency, sisi ndio tuko na usemi wa kuangalia na macho yetu ni kiongozi yupi anaweza pepa maono yake. Maono yake inaambatana na ya maono ya community. Kweli hapa si kweli? Lakini hatuwezi enda hii mkondo imeanzwa. Watu mimi nimesema nasimama kivyangu.
You go to my record in by elections, it's clear. I mean, I'm not here to waste time. I'm not here to make a point. I'm here to deliver this seat, and most important, I'm here to hold my brother here as he leads better people and to show him that indeed it is good to learn from people who have been there, who have the experience, and who have a track record as well.
Looking at Mizani Africa opinion polls, a DCP candidate was ahead. But this decision, it seeks to make sure there is unity among the opposition leaders, and also it seeks to ensure that zoning is well handled, but this is likely to be costly. Justin Muturi's candidate is strong, but Gachagua's candidate seemingly was stronger. However, the DP's candidate believes that he is strong and he can deliver victory, as he says in this interview.
You are going to support me to take the leadership of Mbeere North in the coming by-election on 27th. And I want to confirm to our party supporters that I am very ready to take on this government and make sure that I punish them at the ballot. I really need your support and prayers, and I know, God willing, on 28th November, we will celebrate that Newton Karish is the Mbeere North Member of Parliament.
The entry of Moses Kuria to this race really complicates things because the former DCP candidate is already with Moses Kuria. That means his followers are still with him. So it really complicates things for the united opposition, because the candidate they expected not to run will definitely be on the ballot, but on a different party ticket. Here was united opposition's strategy. Okay, let's field one candidate to face the UDA candidate. So because of that, DCP party dropped its candidate, but now that candidate is back, so meaning his loyal base is still there. So at the end of it, DP candidate will not get votes from DCP's former candidate, because that candidate is already running. So that means the UDA ticket, as I mentioned, is likely to have an upper hand. If not, still Moses Kuria can win that race. But anyway, let's wait and see, because as it is right now, the stakes are high. And if the opposition or the united opposition is not going to manage this kind of zoning well, it risks losing some seats to UDA, in fact, in this very by-election. So, as I mentioned earlier, that if united opposition loses this seat, let me tell you this, it means President Ruto will have some backing, especially from Mount Kenya East, because Embu, where Mbeere North is actually in Mount Kenya East. And Mbeere North by election was triggered by President Ruto appointing Ruku to cabinet. So if the government or if UDA wins that seat, I guarantee you President Ruto will be a man that will be smiling, because it means even during presidential election or general election, President Ruto will get votes from there, because there's no way these people elect a UDA candidate and deny President Ruto votes in 2027. Additionally, there is an argument that Moses Kuria's strategic resignation from government was just to deal with Gachagua. Now, this is becoming clearer. Okay, he's here building his party against DCP's dominance in Mount Kenya region, and also it is not yet clear if Moses Kuria will still support President Ruto or Gachagua. And as it is, he's not reading from the same script with Moses Kuria. That's why in the previous video, I even said it is likely that Moses Kuria and others will build up something, actually a third force that will oppose Gachagua. And if that happens, then they will weaken Gachagua's hold onto the region. And that means President Ruto can have something to leverage on, because, when a third force is there, what's the goal of that third force? It is definitely to support the current government, and that will be to Gachagua's disadvantage. But let's wait and see how Mbeere North will play out. So do you think it was right for Gachagua to resign his candidate from running in Mbeere North by election?